Golf course or in Senate halls?
Uh, we don't get anything done. Washington's broken right now. We got too many factions. Everybody, a lot of the left, they don't like President Trump, and so they're not going to negotiate anything. It's just hard, and hopefully we can get a few things done.
Welcome back to this week's edition of the Cart Barn Podcast. Chris Lemley and Gregg Dewalt, we appreciate you checking in with us this week. Greg, we've both had a lot going on in the last couple of weeks. I was at the Future Masters Media Day, and you were over in the Carolinas slumming, playing some really tough golf courses over there.
Yeah, you sounds like you had a great time down at the Future Masters. Why don't you tell us what happened down there and how it was?
I had a great time. Yes, I had a great time. Everyone down there associated with the Future Masters, just unbelievable how receptive they were, how accommodating, and the hospitality was just phenomenal. The golf course is in great shape, but hey, it was great. The redo is phenomenal. The facilities there are just great. Angela just has done a great job, and I got to meet and play golf with King Thornton, and I met Trevor Potts, who's the director of golf there.
While you were down in Lower Alabama, the Wiregrass they like to call it, I was over in Southern Pines, North Carolina on a trip with my great nephew. Everybody thinks of that area, Pinehurst number 2, Pinehurst number 4, those great courses. There's so many other great courses in that area. We played Mid Pines, Southern Pines, Pine Needles, Tobacco Road, Tot Hill Farm, and Pinehurst number 5. To me, the Pine Needles, Mid Pines, Southern Pines are just 3 of my favorite courses in the world. Donald Ross Designs, he confounds me every time. Tell everybody what we got coming up. We're back on the range at the Regions Tradition this week.
This week, we've got a couple episodes together. They're short. This year, during our time on the range, we had Taylor Hicks, and then we had U.S. Senator and gubernatorial candidate Tommy Tuberville. So let's get into this week's edition of the Cart Barn Podcast.
Great, Senator. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. We look like we might have a little bit of a wet day today, but hey, golf is golf.
Golf's down.
You got to fight everything, but I enjoy it. I really enjoy playing golf, and I really enjoy this tournament.
How's your golf game, and how often you get to play up there in Washington?
Not a whole lot. So probably 2 or 3 times a month. Now, when I come home, I play more, but we play Congressional and Burning Tree and Robert Trent Jones. We've got some good courses up there. And President's building a new one next to Reagan International. You can see the Washington Monument in the back. It's a public course right now, but he's taking it, buying it, and putting in a private course. Really going to be nice.
That will be. Who do you play with when you're playing in Washington?
Oh, Lindsey Graham, Eric Smith from Missouri, Rand Paul, Kentucky. That's pretty much our foursome when we go play. If we got time for 9 holes, we'll run and go play. Problem up there, you don't run anywhere. The traffic's awful. And but I enjoy playing it. This year we had ice on the ground for about 40 straight days. And I was at Congressional a couple of weeks ago during Easter, and they were very worried about, their grass and all that. But it's coming back good, and I think most of the courses made it.
Who's the best player in that bunch?
Eric Smith probably, but I give him a run for his money.
I bet you do.
Lindsey Graham's a wannabe. That's what I think. But he plays a lot of golf, and we all play with President Trump. President Trump beats us all. I mean, he's a good golfer.
Well, how's your game right now?
Oh, it's not, I don't get to practice a whole lot, but, I used to practice all the time. I enjoy playing. I just enjoy getting out. And, I'm running for a different position now, running for governor. We do a lot of fundraisers, and you meet a lot of people. I told both of my boys that, hey, you got to, whether you like golf or not, you got to play it, because golf is something that you can learn a lot about people in a 4 or 5 hour period in the business world, education, just anybody. I mean, it puts people together, and you see people, compete and and both of my boys play golf.
Yeah. More deals get done on the golf course or in Senate halls?
We don't get anything done. Washington's broken right now. We got too many factions. Everybody, a lot of the left, they don't like President Trump, and so they're not going to negotiate anything. It's just hard. I'll go back today. We have votes tonight, and hopefully we can get a few things done. And in the next 7 months during this Congress, and then we'll elect a new group. Whether it's then we'll see if Democrats are going to take control again or Republicans keep control. It's an ongoing process, but right now we're not getting much done.
Yeah. Well, how's the race for governor?
It's going good. Going good. With 3 weeks is the primary, and then I'll have somebody run against in November from the Democrat side. But it's going good. I liked it a lot better in D.C. as being a senator since President Trump's been. We've actually got some things done, but it's time to come home. I like kind of put a team. It's kind of like being a head coach. I mean, you put your own team together, your own cabinet, and then you turn it loose and try to make something happen. Try to make it better.
Yeah.
I'm 1 of 100, and when it's Senate, and you don't have a lot of say so when you're 1 of 100.
Which one's more chaotic, head coach or senator?
Oh, a little bit of both. I can't imagine this NIL now of coaching, and we'll have teams this year that will spend $50 to $60 million on their team for 1 year. 1 year, and then that next year, a lot of those kids will transfer, go other places, and we're losing it. We're going to lose a lot of men's sports and women's sports because there's not going to be any funding, for Olympic sports. Arkansas this week dropped men and women tennis. I mean, and that's just the start of it. And so you can imagine an SEC team doing that. Well, what about some of these teams that don't get near the TV money?
That's a good point. Yeah.
And so you're going to see golf drop at some schools. You're going to see a lot of swimming teams. You're going basketball and football is going to survive. That's where the money's going to go, and everybody else is going to have to fight for that money to be able to compete.
Yeah.
It's such a slippery slope when it comes to paying the players because you really don't want them to be employees of the school.
Yeah.
And that
you don't want to unionize them either. And so I've got a bill 3 years ago that we put out there, and the Democrats said we're not voting for that because we want unionization. Well, we're not unionizing 18, 19-year-old kids. So I do have a bill now called the Student Athlete Act, where President Trump just executive ordered it. Now I got to get it passed through the House and the Senate, which I think I got a shot. That means that when you start your clock of full time, you got 5 years to play. No exemptions, no red shirts, nothing. 5 for 5. At the end of it, you going on down the road. And the other is you got 1 transfer. That's it. And if you want to transfer again, you got to set out a year. We've got to do something where these kids put education back on the map instead of just trying to get a different contract every year. And I don't mind them making money. Hey, if you want to pay somebody $10 million, that's up to you. But you shouldn't be able to just transfer the next year for $10,500,000. They're always looking for that rate.
Yeah, that's a good point, and it's definitely hurt. Well, that's a good segue too. Auburn's new coach, Golich, is supposed to be showing up here in a minute. You got any advice for him in this new job?
Well, I would if it was like it used to be. But now he lost 58 of his players at transfer. He got 58 new players.
Yeah.
And I tell people, the difference in NFL and college is one thing. It's the fans. Fans are loyal as heck in college, and they're going to pay tickets, and they're going to come tailgate. You're going to put 100,000 people in the stands in a lot of these SEC stadiums, but it's going to stop if we don't stop this transferring every year because the fans are going to get tired of it. They want to watch pay-for-play. They go watch NFL.
That's right.
I mean, and there's no loyalty anymore. So, it's a different world. I couldn't do it. And, I just take my hat off to all these guys that want to coach now. You got to go out, re-recruit your team. Then you got to go out there and raise $50 million to buy a new team. And then the next year, it's an ongoing process. It changes every year. But if we can get to the 1 transfer, we can get back to the education. We can get back to people coaching, learning time. Now if you're afraid to make a player mad, he'll transfer. So he don't want to come to practice. He don't want to work hard. I mean, this country is about hard work and effort.
That's right.
We're getting away from that. I'm all for making money, but sooner or later you gotta understand you got an obligation.
Are the high school kids getting left behind in this?
Exactly. We're losing. They're going to the smaller schools, and they'll stay 1 year and then they'll transfer. And so we've got a bad precedent here of getting away from education. College is about education. You want to go pro? Hey, I'm all for it. Go make money. NCAA now says you can make money. I'm all for that. But hey, how about some loyalty? How about making that same money at the same school every year and going to class and getting a degree?
Coach, we appreciate it. We enjoyed having you in last year. Thanks again for coming back. Good luck. Have fun out there today. And
Looking forward to coming back next year as governor.
that's exactly right. We will welcome you back next year, and we'll do it again as
I'm
governor.
making the rounds. After that, I might run for mayor somewhere. Thank you, guys.
Thanks for joining the Cart Barn Podcast. If you're enjoying this or any of the other episodes, help us out. Give us a like and subscribe. Give us a comment. Tell us what you like about it in the comments. Thank you very much, and back to the podcast.
All right, you gonna play something, Keith?
The Pied Piper.
Is that some Delta?
If I hit a good, yeah, it is Delta blues. I learned a lot of Delta blues over the years, but yeah, if I hit a good golf shot, I usually break it out. But it just depends on if I hit a good golf shot or not.
Okay.
Well, my first hard-hitting question is, how come nobody's writing any good golf songs?
You know, the only person that I know that's writing some decent ones is John Daly. You know, I mean, he is a good little. A lot of people don't realize that. You know, he loves me. Good little songwriter. You know, and loves writing about some. But he's got some good ones. That Hit It Hard Man is a pretty good one. It's just pretty good. The golf songs are great though. The Caddyshack theme song was by Kenny Loggins was obviously my favorite. That I usually do at some pro-ams and stuff. But you're right. I need to get on that, don't I?
I think it was Walt Aldridge told me, said that y'all are too busy playing to be writing songs like that.
True. Yeah, I do play a lot of music, which I love. It was my calling. You know, my art is music, and these guys' art is the golf swing. So it's a very creative person that I'd like to be and still be, and obviously, you know, being 23 years in show business, a couple of decades, I'm blessed to be able to be in it.
Speaking of John Daly, he was at your place not earlier in the week, I think.
Yeah, Saul's Juke Joint. Yeah, we've had Saul's Barbecue for going on about 14 years now, and you know, I like to say that the Alabama folks will let you know if you do three things: just throw a football, cook, and sing. You know, so we've got Saul's Barbecue's got pretty good Alabama barbecue.
There you go.
I frequented there when I'm in Birmingham. Good, we appreciate it very much. Yes, absolutely.
How's your golf game these days?
It's good. I try to play as much as I can out on the road. I've been a member at Shoal Creek for about 20 years, and you know that place will teach you a good golf game pretty quick. But I do a few of these events during the spring, and I love the game. It's peaceful. My grandfather taught me the game when he was a member at Grayson Valley Country Club in Trussville, Alabama. And I carry his memory through my golf game. And I love the game, always love it, and always try to play it.
Is Alice Cooper like your hero?
He is. He taught me my first pro-am and the etiquette of pro-am golf. And he said, that it's not what's inside the ropes, it's the people on the outside. Yeah, you want to play good golf and hit good golf shots, but ultimately it's about the fans and having a good time and making sure that they have a good time with you.
I think he said he traded one addiction for the other.
Yeah, and it wasn't a bad one either. It was a pretty. He got out on the good end of that, because I think we, as golfers, we're all a little addicted to. Yeah, I've got a little bit of an addictive quality because we play it all the time, right? So yeah, he was a great mentor of mine, and I'm just was able to be blessed for him to kind of show me how to work the ropes, so to speak.
Simon gave you a no on your audition, and how's it feel to prove him right?
Well, Simon was a good guy. Wink, wink. He was all right towards the end, because he knew that I was kind of running away with it. So his tune changed a little bit, no pun intended. But Yeah, he wasn't on board at first, but you know, it's funny. You know, that was what was great about that show at that time, was because of the dynamic between Simon Cowell and America. You know, he was the first British guy, you know, being from Alabama, that I have ever met. And I did get to tell him, I said, you know, there's only a couple of British folks walking around the state of Alabama and they're lost, you know. So the dynamic between, you know, him and what he was able to do as the villain on the show, I think it really created interest in America, and I think that's one of the reasons why the show was so successful.
So I asked this to a lot of people. When's the last time you paid to play a round of golf?
You know, to be honest, I put it on my number when I go over to Overton and stuff. So yeah, I don't. I'll take free rounds all I can get, but I you know, I do like to keep the gentleman's, you know, the idea of being able to pay your round is always good. Now, you know, paying bets, one totally different thing.
What courses are on your bucket list that you haven't gotten to yet?
Bandon, I want to go to Bandon. You know, I'd like to play Bethpage one time. You know, I'd like to go up to Congressional and play a few. So I'm just, you know, I'll play anywhere and at any time.
As long as I'm that. We just had Tuberville in here, and he was wearing a Congressional shirt. So yeah, of course, it's right up there.
Say him before he comes back.
I will.
When your tour schedule comes out, do you say, well, let's go here because there's a better golf course?
Well, you know, I'm not really one to want to do that, but just because I'll take the gig any way it comes, wherever it is. But if we've got a radius of about you know 50 to 100 miles, if we can sneak out there for 45 minutes, we'll do it.
Great. Taylor, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it.
Leave us with some more.
Absolutely, that was fun. Thank you very much.